Hmm. Okay. So, from what it looks like, although, okay, so I'll have to do Introduction to the Witch Queen to unlock Season the Risen, and I can do that with you guys. Clan rewards. Shade Escape. He's always got that popped up. But I'll. Excuse me. I'll do clan rewards in a bit. Um, okay. I don't like the Grand Overture, to be honest. Alrighty. Let's go to the Enclave. Because that's all we can go. Also, if you guys are watching this, something like if there's anybody watching this, if it gets hooked onto anybody's interest, um, if you could help me out, and also pleading with Destiny and Bungie about two things. One, in the future, it would be great to have the option of doing a different moral path, as stated in the previous video, if you guys would like to check that out. It's in the channel. But then, the one thing that I've really always wanted is helmets off in all combat zones. An extension, probably helmets off in cutscenes as well, because I mean, I know that they are extremely busy over at Bungie, and doing the facial expressions is probably an extremely hard thing to do for all of their characters and everything for these cutscenes, but considering there's so much time and effort in putting a look to a character, and considering the fact that I have seen so many artists on Tumblr that admire the look of their character and what they've made them to look like, and use that as a sort of persona through their Destiny experience. The fact that it is now almost completely out of the picture for what is shown as far as a Destiny character, the only fashion now is literally your helmet down to your boots. But it would be great if in cutscenes it's not present, as well as if it could just be an option to make it not present at all, even in combat zones, because then your guardian is, kind of brave and bold in a way of not using a helmet, as well as it shows a little more of the fashion of Destiny 2 players, how they've put together their character, how they make them look, and then how they do the color combinations of their own character and the outfit that they've put together. Don't need. Did I lock that? Oh, because it's got slide shot and opening shot. That's a good one. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna put this into my inventory because, well, let me see if it's inside. Which one's vault? Vault. Let me see if it's inside the vault. And shut up, Siri. I do not have it inside the vault. In fact, I have some things that, honestly, well, I can get rid of it later. I have some things that don't need to be in there. Huh, that's interesting. I need to clean this up. Okay, so I need to go to collections. There's an exotic that I think would be interesting. Well, I need to get two exotics out of here. One is probably where I was just looking, but the other one is right here. Ruinous effigy, or effigy. Um, Considering it is the season of the void, and this is something that has a lot of power with void, I'd be interested in trying it out. Oh man, this stuff is up. I get how this works, guys. Oh, I needed to go get suppressor grenades. Fudge. What's this? Boost your... Well, I've already got a visible dodge. I don't know what that... Okay. Let's go to the aspects. Avoidability. Final blows cause targets to explode. Yo, yes. Damaging targets with grenades grants melee energy. That'd be good. Melee. Final blows grant energy. Increased duration. Final blows surrounded by combatants grants super energy. Ooh. Weaken targets. While crouched, you sneak faster. Don't need that. After suppressing a target, you gain greatly increased mobility for a short duration. Health regeneration. Increased duration in that. Eeny meeny. What's this one again? Oops. Okay. We're definitely keeping the 6-shot because that was actually really good. It's cool. It shows your guardian holding the fucking void knife. I love it. And that's a cool void knife. Because that's not the... That's the one that... that's the throwing knife from the other subclass. That's the solar Okay, so I need to go to Ikora and get suppressor grenades. I'm also gonna equip that as soon as well, no, I'm gonna keep this on as soon as I get something that can. Should have probably cut this stuff and yeah. Okay.
Others may not have heard. Light-bearing hive, complete with their own ghosts. I should have seen this coming.
How?
But how? We're in a new paradigm now, Guardian, where the boundaries between are becoming increasingly blurred. Especially between what's right and what's wrong. If I had been in your place, To be honest, I don't know what I would have done. But there's no use dwelling on that. Let's assess what we do know. I see you picked up a clue along the way. One that might explain why Savathun decided to return alongside Mars. According to your ghost telemetry, that fragment is giving off the same vibrations as the Pyramid Tech relic. That just so happened to return with Mars. Go take a look. I'll explain more when you report back.
As you
Be
wish. Oh, right. Hold on. First of all, what did I leave in here? The shotgun, right? Yeah. But something I did want to check out, because it is... I wanted to see if there is an Easter egg with certain thing. Because of its lore. And is it in here? No. For some reason I have two malfeasance in here. Or did I only see... Never mind, I only have one. But I don't have that, so hold on. Malfeasance is a gambit weapon, made for the same thing, but this would be the actual lore. Hello, mama. So I'll use this later. I'm just gonna clean up this shit. I'm not using this. I'm not using that. I'll keep this in here because it's got a catalyst on it. Okay.
Guardians have been combing Mars since it reappeared. No way they'd have missed this. It's definitely new. Let's get a closer look.
Ooh, we're getting a look! Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hello? Are you still there? Oh, it's loading. Cutscene, it's loading. My favorite thing in the world. Cutscenes. Another thing that I would like is the original scarf from Destiny 1. The one that you... a New Light Hunter comes in with. Just pulls it out of nowhere. Excuse me. Pardon me. What's going on? Is it because we already have a glaive? But, what was I gonna mention? Oh, yeah. The entire set of gear from Destiny 1, the New Light stuff, is something that I would like to, I would just like it. I'm not gonna worry about anything as far as what this is made out of, because I just, because I'm just gonna infuse the... I know it's like an extra one of these, but we can reshape this later with materials. I'm gonna infuse it into something else. Sorry, guys. Although, let me see. I might not be allowed to do that, as well as I probably shouldn't. I might store it and save it for when I'm doing the quest. Okay. So I might have fucked that one. Because I wasn't paying attention to if there was a quest with it.
That was something. Not sure exactly what that something was, or what that something did to you. Hopefully nothing bad.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Here I was, bemoaning the fact that we now had 2 mysteries to solve. And you, Wilson, making breakthroughs left and right. So, the relic rendered a full blueprint out of a single fragment. Good luck.
So I might vault this one that I've already leveled up. That was already level 13, god. Nah, I'll vault the other one. Okay, so I can continue the Witch Queen, but I'm gonna do the Rising Tensions mission first, just to show you guys the cutscene of that, because I was excited for it when it came around. What the fuck? Where is it? Ah! Gotta complete the investigation. No! Okay. This will be interesting and fun. The, Okay. Ow. Oof. Sorry, stretching my back. I do like the Throne World. I love it. I love it as an open world kind of area. It's beautifully put together, and all the fact that they have so many hidden things in it. I'm amazed. So the team that designed that world, that open world, bravo. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. What the heck? Okay. Oh, God. That feels so stupid. Okay.
Eris says throne worlds are kingdoms of thought, built according to the desires of the creator. I suppose Savathun desired a throne world made of light. Everything here is imbued with it. What's strange to me is that she's vulnerable here. Why would she just let us walk in? We need a clue about how she stole the light.
That feels so wrong to do. Oh, and see, that's the activity ender.
You're not
God.
supposed to be here. Guardians aren't safe in a place like this.
Who is this?
Well, that's neat to know, pal, and you don't. Need to know. I mean, look, just get out before Savathun and her light-up goons realize you're here.
Are you with the Vanguard? Hello? We lost him. I can trace the signal. Any lead's a good lead when you have no leads. We're blocked, but I'm picking up more of that psychic energy over there. How did you do that? It's like you created those platforms out of thin air.
I remember I left those two alone last time. Probably should have done that again, but honestly, it's just more XP. In a fraction of glimmer. That's so terrible of me, I mean. Well, okay. Stay asleep. Oh, that's creepy.
That, up there. I think that door will lead us out. We just need a way up. I'm sensing more psychic energy nearby. It might help us find our way out of here.
See ya.
Hey, you're stirring up the hive. This is exactly why I told you to leave.
What do you know about Hive using the light?
That's why you're here.
That's need to know.
Yeah. Look, all right, I really shouldn't be doing this, but come meet me outside the fortress. Just be discreet, all right?
Is as discreet as I can be. Wow, this is gorgeous. I mean, look at all this. Oh, man. That looks partially... The pyramid ship looks partially broken, but also it looks kind of like it's a mountain. Like at the same time, it looks broken and it looks like it's a mountain. Does that make sense? It's strange, but cool.
Hard to say if that pyramid out there is real or an illusion. Savathun has total control over what we see here.
So I know this is the... I think this is the... Is that the raid? It's hard to tell.
The signal's coming from beyond that gate. We have to get it open.
Hey, what did you do? What did you do? Oh, you triggered the alarm. The hive are gonna be all over you. What happened to being discreet?
We're trying to open the gate.
Look, just try to stay alive, all right? Once the gate's open, just make a run for it.
gates open. Let's go.
Wonder what happens if we stay. Yeah, bring it. I was supposed to go invisible. Oh shit. Oh shit, 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 shit. Oh shit. It's not that they were strong, it's that I was supposed to go invisible. Okay. How do Okay, they're just sending them quicker now. And it's the same waves over and over again. That's really cool though.
Between you and me, I don't think this guy we've been talking to is working for the Vanguard. I guess it could be a rogue hidden agent, or a lost guardian. But maybe it's just Savathun disguising her voice. Any lead's a good lead.
Some of the, like, several of the NPCs in this annoy the shit out of me. In this DLC, the only ones I like are Savathun and Finch.
Scorn ahead. What are they doing here? They don't go anywhere without being directed.
I'd like to keep the sniper rifle one. Oh man. I don't need you. Okay. Okay, something that I really wanted to...
Another hive
Try.
wielding the light. Eyes up, Guardian.
Really? Dang. Well, I'll be back in a second anyways, guys. I gotta go take care of something. But that, like, I'll talk about that in a second. Hold on. Okay, I'm back to talk about that. This is another thing that's coming up that, as far as Witch Queen is concerned, it is everything that the lore was leading up to be. But as far as gameplay, this is like the opposite of everything gameplay was leading up to be, which is not focusing on the combination of lore and gameplay. Because as you can see, this weapon, which is a Guardian killer, it shoots bullets, like that one, that can kill a ghost. You would think that they would make this an appropriate weapon to be used.
What are they doing here? They don't go
in a
anywhere
campaign
without being directed.
that involves you killing ghosts. Just saying, Bungie. Just saying. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, and... One moment, I'm gonna be... That thing's gonna fight them. Hold on. One of the aspects... no, not that. Weakened... So I'll change that to that, because I thought the dodge ability that I had on was something that can turn you invisible, and it used to be, but now it's an aspect? That reset my super. Changing an aspect resets your super? Ah, fork. Okay.
Another hive wielding the light. Eyes up, Guardian.
Holy crap. That didn't take long. This sword, man.
Not sure I'll ever get used to seeing ghosts serving the hive. All ghosts were created after the collapse. The Traveler released us just before it went dormant. These ghosts had thousands of opportunities to choose a Guardian, and they passed right over humanity and chose our enemy instead. I can't forgive that.
God, stop being such a pretentious dork. Is that the infinity symbol? That's either an infinity symbol or a runic symbol. That marking right there is too dark to not be intentional. That's intriguing. Also, Ghost, you're being a pretentious idiot. I shouldn't leave this lying around. They could steal it.
You brought us here?
Hey, take it easy.
Hi, buddy.
Just let me explain.
Oh, let me, Oh, shit. Howdy, Finch.
Hey, get awkward out of the way first, I always say. This, pile of ash and bone, well, used to be my, actually, don't worry about it. All you need to know, us wandering ghosts gave into the hive believing we'd found purpose, and, well, peer pressure's a hell of a thing, huh? Also, because it's what the Traveler must have wanted. Then Hive killed Guardians with light, and you think, that's the Traveler's will, really? I'll tell you what, I don't buy it. Not anymore. The Witch Queen's up to something, and, maybe together we get to the bottom of it, huh? There's an old Hive temple nearby with Savathun's secrets inside. That is all I know. The what and the why? That's your game, yeah? And when you get there, radio me. Private channels only. Oh, almost forgot. The name's Finch. Honor to meet you. Yeah, for real.
You know what? I need to check on something that I've always been thinking about, because as far as like in-world characters that I love, new one being Finch, Destinations is Nessus? Yeah, Nessus is still around. I imagine not for very long. They might replace it with something. But I am now worried about Failsafe, because people aren't visiting Nessus as often. And I hope they do something narrative to save Failsafe, because I would love to have her around more often.
I still can't believe Savathun has the light. The light is sacred, Guardian. It's what gives you your power. The reason I found you. And I will never let the Hive steal that from us.
I really hate Ghost, Ikora, and Zavala in this season. Or especially I have a deep hatred for the way that they act this entire season.
Finch, we're nearing the Hive temple you mentioned.
Whoa, hey, careful using my name out there. I don't need the Lucent Hive catching on to our friendship.
Okay. You'll be careful. So, Finch, mind telling us what exactly it is we're looking for?
Oh, what's what's his name? That old warlock Osiris? Yeah, it's his ghost. Well, was his ghost.
Wait, you mean Sagira?
That's the one, yeah. You know what happened to her. How she, you know.
Sivu Arath came for her, backed her into a corner. But clearly Savathun found her shell, impersonated Osiris.
I see. That must have been part of her play, to steal the light, I mean.
Sure seems that way.
Well, I'm sensing some skepticism.
We don't know you, but you're very eager to trust us. Makes me uneasy.
Hey, now, I am taking a huge chance trusting you too, you know. I bet you change your tune once you find Sagira.
If we find her, then we can talk trust.
I like how areas that have certain light-bearing hive have like scorch marks of their light, showing which one's around. That stupid ass! I couldn't even move or touch it.
More Scorn. What are they even doing here?
I'm gonna let you guys skirmish.
More traitorous ghosts serving the hive. Good riddance. They deserve what they get.
Shut the fuck
So,
up, Ghost.
by that logic, I should be crushed into pieces too.
You turn tail back to the hive, then yeah, maybe.
That's, some pretty blind judgment there, my friend.
Meeting you confirmed a suspicion. Siding with the hive was a choice, and you all made it willingly.
Look, making a choice doesn't always mean you have multiple options, you know? Look, I am not saying buddying up with the hive was right, and yeah, maybe a lot of us do deserve what's coming. But me, I'm just trying to right my wrongs. That's gotta count for something.
I guess we'll see. A walker. Scorn aren't playing around. So to get this straight, we're heading into a dangerous temple filled with deadly scorn to find Sagira, who was placed there by Savathun.
Well, that's about the gist of it. Yeah.
And this definitely isn't some kind of trap.
Now, come on, look, interrogate me all you want, but I am not hiding anything. I promise.
Honesty goes a long way with my guardians.
Is that?
Ikora Rey, a leader of the Vanguard. I signaled her just in case.
Let's call it insurance. A watchful eye. In case your actions differ from your words.
Ikora Rey, wow. It's, yeah, whoa. I always wanted to work for the Vanguard.
With, not for. Do right by us, and we can discuss a more permanent role once Savathun is dealt with.
Thing with me is, these ghosts couldn't have been tricked. They have to find people that are worthy of the light, which means that after Savathun got the light and they started looking in places that weren't humanity, they found Hive Guardians that were worthy, or they found Hive Guardians that were worthy of the light.
That's the last of them. Let's head down.
Alrighty, let's meet the old Baron.
That was a giant scorn. Was that a Baron?
I might be seeing things. The Barons are supposed to be dead.
God, this area is so hard to see.
Whatever that giant scorn was, it's taunting us. It must know what we're after. The Scorn are supposed to be mindless, but they're powerful, organized.
If they act, it's because someone's telling them to.
The Fanatic would be a safe bet.
Oh, you mean Fikrul, the leader, the former leader of the Barons?
Perhaps. He was driven from the Tangled Shore not long ago.
Yeah, I don't think it's him.
And you know this how?
Well, Throne World's bathed in Savathun's light, right? Supposed to be a capital P powerful, keep anything dark out. And yet, somehow the Scorn found a way in. Makes you think they found some sort of power to match, doesn't it, huh?
Then we don't yet know what we're dealing with here. For now, keep focused on the task at hand, Guardian.
There, Sagira.
God, this is one of the most stressful missions.
That was no Baron, but it felt just as powerful. What are we dealing with here?
I wouldn't stick around to find out if I were you. Grab Sagira and go, okay?
I stand before a being with 1,000 names. It whispers one. The witness. Remember it. Remember that name.
Did anybody else hear that?
Nah,
Sounded
it's
like
your
Savathun.
imagination.
Who's the witness?
No clue. I've never heard that name before.
Hey, that's exciting though, right? A lead!
What's most exciting is that you were telling the truth.
Trust earned, then, huh? Yeah?
Call.
I kind of want to explore around here a little bit.
First the relic, then the illusions near Savathun.
Wow. Look at that landscape. It's amazing. That looks familiar, but I can't quite place it. Interesting. Wow, those are hard to hit. How was somebody already at 93? My light got reset as soon as, or my level got reset as soon as this Witch Queen came out. Ooh, a golden chest. Okay, another level up over here. Ooh, Lucian Striker entrance. Shrieker entrance, I mean. Ooh, that's cool. God, imagine if those things wielded like Nova Bombs. Setting 3 of them up and then Nova Bomb. Oh my god. Game designers, don't listen to me in that moment. Listen to everything else I've said. Don't give them Lucian Shriekers. Shriekers that Okay, now we can attend the meeting. So I'm gonna go there instead, and then we can watch that, that happen. But, I'm wondering if I should... Yeah, it kind of looks better. I kind of like that. But I also don't like the cape. I don't know. I'll go with the hood, because I'm so adamant about having that. I was so adamant about having that as an ornament. I just really wish the scarf from Destiny 1 was a thing, and that it molded properly with... That it fucking... Like, look at that over... That... Oh, fudge. I wish the designers would keep to, like, a strict kind of measurement of armor so everything fit together correctly instead of having that overbite. Okay, we're on the way, on our way.
Task.
Alrighty.
Hi there.
Okay.
What cipher is this?
See, like, in this cutscene that's about to happen, I know it's just the seasonal shit, but, like, why does it have to have it to where the Guardian has to have their helmet on? They're in the tower. It's the one place they feel the most safe, and for some reason they've got their helmet on in this? God. I know it would be extra work, but God, it's just... I don't... There's so much effort put into it. Like, there's so much effort put into people's looks for these Guardians, and then to take that away...
Opened fire on us. My warriors were responding to unexpected threats.
Surprised you had any troops left to report the incident.
Not sure I'd go in there if I were you.
The rules of engagement had changed.
I don't need to listen to this.
Guardian, what fortuitous timing.
Indeed. I'm fresh from performing Cabal funeral rites. Care to explain?
Our condolences, Empress. Your people fought and died with honor. But they didn't have to.
We can all prevent future losses if we choose to put the incident on Mars behind us and work together. What we discovered there is a threat to both humanity and the Cabal.
You want my help?
Want is a strong word.
You need my help.
I don't know how the Hive came into possession of the light. Ikora will find out. But in the meantime...
Invincibility lies in the defense. The possibility of victory in the attack.
Sun Tzu.
I've read your texts. You want us to hit them.
I need us to hit them. Hard.
Awesome.
I meet you in blood, Guardian. There was violence between your
Oh, you can see her under a
and
mask with a
mine.
hologram. That's cool.
This will be forgiven. Once. Our alliance must be strong to stand against Savathun's hive. I see Commander Ikora has delivered the Synaptic Spear. Light-suppressing Cabal technology. Refined and weaponized. Locate a hive lieutenant. One brimming with Savathun's influence. My scions will force it into their mindscape and connect your light to the light of the weakened hive. It will struggle against you. You will face embodiments of its belief in Savathun.
Cool beans.
I meet you in blood, Guardian. There was violence between your people and mine. This will be forgiven. Once our alliance...
Oh, cool, a bow. Why is it one? I'm at 1500. Seasonal cap? There. Sorry, never mind. Is that saying that's like the highest you can go with light at the moment? I can understand that, but ooh, cool. That's cool, that's cool. But if you're a hunter, you have certain grips to get around that. Oh, do we have to sit through the whole damn thing? Okay.
I meet you in blood, Guardian. There was violence between your people and mine. This will be forgiven. Once. Our alliance must...
And...
Young wolf.
I don't care about yours.
We have need of your fangs. The Vanguard is split.
Like, I literally... oh god, there are some characters that I just absolutely hate, and I do not like Lord Saladin. Even though they told the story about Saladin, I just... oh god. I can't... He's just an asshole. Like, even though there was a cutscene recently about something that Lord Saladin did. He saved somebody, and then that somebody, like, didn't really take his gift of life into consideration, and then killed an entire village. But that happens. You said that you guys weren't mercenaries, but then you went and acted like one.
Multiple fire teams have disappeared. We don't know if it was a coordinated offensive, or just bad luck.
If Savathun was behind it, she must have plans for them. We need more intel.
Empress Keitel's scions will help the Guardian secure a Hive Lieutenant, and return them to the tower for psychic analysis.
As if we haven't had enough Hive in the tower lately.
Damn, Crow's hurt. I'm sorry, buddy. Your best friend ended up being Savathun, but come on. You guys gotta make it up at one. You guys gotta make up at one point. I hope her ghost brings her back in a later season, before the next DLC. And they or even next season after this. Honestly, I know they're gonna do something kind of in between. Although I know they're also going to be bringing a raid back, and it's going to have something to do with the season surrounding it, so... sorry, distracted. It's going to have something to do with the season surrounding it, and the one that they could bring back would be the Oryx one. hate doing that. But if this is just the way the game is going to be played now. Ah, dang. Man, instead of a big-ass knight, they should have used
Those
a
must be
barrier
our
guy
missing
for
guardians. They're not just dead. They've been drained of their light. We got the hunting party, but I don't see any high-ranking targets.
I'll dispatch a recovery team for the bodies. In the meantime,
Also,
secure the sector and track down their leader.
This doesn't line up with what's going on in the whole Witch Queen campaign. Like, it seemed like it would line up in the beginning, and I guess that's why they are allowing people to get, like, step right in. But I feel like adding narrative red herrings in while you're,
Are the Hive modifying their portal rituals to run on light?
That may be how Savathun is deploying her forces. We won't know for sure until we get more intel. Use the
adding
Hive
narrative
relics
red
to break
herrings
through
in
their
while
ranks.
actually, I don't know. Well, this is supposed to be part of the story. It's just. I feel like they should have had it vague until, like, much later. Like, I probably would have put details about how they're getting light 2 weeks in, because about that time everybody that could have played the campaign has played the campaign, and then you wouldn't have to make a narrative red herring like, oh, the light's being stolen, it's being drained, and all that stuff, because that doesn't line up with what's going on in the campaign.
There's our mark, Guardian. Keep hitting them until the Scions move in.
Once they send you into the mindscape, be ready to sever Savathun's bond.
My Scions have bound the Lucent Hive for you.
Break their faith in Savathun and snuff out their light.
Those psychic projections must be how Savathun manipulates her followers.
However she does it, the synaptic spear will drive her out. Feels so pointless. All this fighting. We're supposed to be immortal, but now knowing how fragile Lightbearers truly are.
It was hard for me to reconcile final deaths when I was freshly risen. All this potential cut so short.
How did you find a sense of purpose when you finally saw through the illusion of immortality?
The death of one Guardian can be a rallying cry for an entire generation. And don't forget, a single Guardian can accomplish great things in the short time they have.
That was funny. I don't like the teabagging though, but that was funny.
Another message from Mara? You can
delete that, Clint.
I should get those parts for Anna.
Oh, that was a new voice line. So his sister's messaging him, but he's not.
Any news from the front?
He's not picking up. And it makes sense. He's not her brother.
Guardian, we're already getting results from the mind scans of the hive you brought back. These things are ravenous. They're hungry for our power. They're hunting Guardians, draining their light, collecting it. We haven't discovered why. Savathun knows how to keep a secret, and so do her hive. I need you to hunt more of them, cut them off from their light, and make them wither in the face of ours. They hate us, Guardian. They want to usurp us, become us. I will never let that happen.
Fucking pretentious. Every Guardian so far has been just so fucking pretentious. Alright, so that's all I'm gonna show until another cutscene, I imagine. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Until I find something else that I need to test out. I pretty much tested theories that I already had. There was that, so let's run down with what I was testing and what I wanted to see work and not work. Actually, as kind of a, yeah, let's do that. Let me not have this in the way. Okay. So, to start off, the first thing I wanted to test was to see if, starting up on this campaign, if for the first encounter and going forward from there, well, I didn't test going forward from there, but for the first encounter, because it was important, it was integral, it was the choice as to whether or not to crush a ghost, I wanted to test out and see if they put a narrative Easter egg in there to kind of change the path going forward. And it would have really only been one different voice line and a slightly different cutscene, to where instead at the end, if you could do an entire pacifist run instead of the end, instead of raising your gun to Savathun's ghost, you just held back. Because you could listen non-stop to your ghost being such a pretentious prick the entire thing, and it wouldn't change how you yourself were going to play the game. But I wanted to test out and see if you could go forward with the campaign without killing that Hive Knight with the light, but apparently you had to kill that ghost, and that's disappointing, as I've stated before. Second thing I wanted to test out, because I was curious, because as far as it goes for the lore in a certain weapon and what it can do, I wanted to test out and see if the thorn, if you shoot it at a ghost that is an enemy ghost, would it kill the ghost? And now that would have been a great utility and a lore Easter egg to have in the game to see if people were paying attention, right? Because then you would have been able to, from a distance, if you killed a Guardian Hive from a distance, and you had to, instead of running up to kill their ghost, if you have good enough aim, you could just aim down sights with Thorn, and boom, they're dead. That would have been a really good utility, as well as a narrative kind of continuation of that lore, the fact that it can kill a ghost. And then the third thing I wanted to test out just for fun was I wanted to stick around and see what would happen if you stuck around at that gate at that time while your ghost is telling you to run. And it really just is the same encounter after the same encounter after the same encounter that just got harder, and then at a certain point stuck at that difficulty. it was interesting. It was cool. It was fun. Killing so many ogres and so many knights at a level at a not a level difficulty, but at a yellow bar, like a boss bar difficulty. That was fun and that was interesting, and that gave me some that gave me some good confidence in playing this game, at least for PvE. There's things I wanted to test out. Some notes of what I'd like to see forward playing this game. Since I've already played through the entire story, and you guys can go and watch that on my backup character, and since I've tested out the things I wanted to test out on this one, I might only come back for a cutscene or so, just to record and have the likeness of this character in those cutscenes. But going forward for Destiny, what I'd like to see from Bungie, what I would like to see from this game, I would like to see a redemption arc for Savathun, because her ghost got away. I'd like to see her not come back as Savathun the boss. Even how do I say it? I almost would like her to come back as Sathona, because she's no longer the Witch Queen. I feel like we killed what was left of the Witch Queen, and now she needs a different identity, going back to what she was before she was tricked, to kind of explore what her identity would have been if she continued the path she was on without the influence of the Witness. I think that would be a great story arc, as well as I would like to see that design that they had for Sathona. As cool as the boss of Savathun looks, the boss, what's the word? As cool as the design is for the boss that is Savathun, I would like to see that render of Sathona more, because it just has more of an elegance in it, more of an elegant presence. And I feel like it would kind of put people more at ease when she returns. Because one looks like a very aggressive and a very cool design. I mean, it's a very cool design, but it's also very aggressive in its presence, and it makes you uneasy. And while that would be a good narrative trope to use to kind of put people on edge when they see her show up to help us, but I mean, as cool as that would be, I also want to see her kind of stepping down from her power and becoming a guardian like us. So stepping down from that power with the Hive, with the Eliksni, with the Cabal, they all seem, when they have more power, they seem to be bigger, right? But Sathona is a much smaller frame, and Guardians are the smallest that can be. Like, we're not taller for humans. We're not our only strength is in the light, right? So if she stepped down from that power, if her throne world was just left to what it was, but she stepped down from her power that she had, it would be interesting to see her walking forward as Sathona, as that character she was before, seeing that elegant frame with the power behind it to look more like a guardian would be amazing, and it would be really interesting, and it would bring I think it would set the tone for a redemption arc for her. Another thing, now going forward after that, so that's what I would like to see. I would like to see more of Sathona, more of Savathun as a guardian and a redemption arc, because her ghost got away, and that definitely means that we're going to see her again in the future, even though Ikora had the Hidden Ones take her remains. I think it's definitely room for her to come back. another thing I would like to see going forward that I keep complaining about every DLC, and I know, I mean, I'm not complaining, that's the wrong word, but it's just something that I would desperately like to see, and it is more of the Guardian's face that we craft ourselves in the beginning of the game. I'd like to see that more. I know it's so much work to really render all of the expressions and the emotions of the character. It's just one more that you guys have on your plate to do for every cutscene, but I would appreciate it, and I think a lot of fans would appreciate it, to see the character that they've invested so much into, and the character that they've crafted its entire fashionable look for, to see that on the screen in a cutscene, interacting with the other characters in an emotional way rather than the kind of cold distance that you have of, like I can show you right here, a Guardian going up to just the, like, as you can see, the cold distance between me and the interaction with Crow right here. Like, this is not emotional. This is not a connection. And then the mask being there takes away more emotion from that. It also leaves more interpretation to how our Guardian, like, a lot of things that I liked about going through from the Red War to Forsaken, which was the last time we saw our Guardian's face in a cutscene. I loved seeing, even though I know I've said something about leading our character in the way that they feel about things, I did like seeing how our Guardian felt in that moment. And it's hard to see that with the mask there. And I know this is stepping back from what I was saying about leading the character, but just to see the emotion, to see what our Guardian's going through, has us connect with our Guardian more. And that might help with your narrative, I don't know, but I just liked seeing it. And I know it's a lot more work put on your guys' plate. And I'm sorry to ask that of you guys, but that's just my opinion. That's something I'd like to see in the future. And I know I'm only one person, but I think that a lot of people that I've seen that do all of this artwork, all of this story work about their Guardians, would like to see more of that. I'd also like, in addition to that, because I check, the first thing that I do, like after doing the first mission of a DLC, right? The first thing I do is I go down to gameplay, and I go down here. Oh no, wait, sorry, it's video. I go to video. No, it's gameplay. Okay. I go to gameplay, right? And I go to the helmet section, and the first thing I do is I flip through these to see if you've added a third option, right? Because I want to see an option that says helmet off in all zones. And the reason that I say that... Oh, I think I just accidentally switched it to something that I don't like. Hold on. The reason that I say that is because you've got Ikora, Zavala, Cade, Anna, you've got Saladin, you've got all of these characters that go into battle without their helmet on. And that shows how stoic they are, how brave they are, how that shows their courage as a Guardian, that shows their mettle, that they would run into a battle face to face with the enemy without their mask on, without any protection up there for the most vital organ that they have, the mind. And honestly, shoot that and you're dead. And you have to get revived. But it shows the mettle of that Guardian. So for us to have the option to have not only the style that we've chosen for this Guardian presented in every situation, even combat, as well as to show our mettle as a character, to show that we as a Guardian would fight head on, face to face with our enemy with no protection up there. I think it would add another point to the game, not only in fashion but also just that kind of that full philosophical aspect of it. I think would be really cool. I also just for the most part I am always asking because of the fashion. Because I also would like the original gear from D1, the first light gear for Hunter to be in the game, because I want a specific part of it, which is the scarf that the Hunter came with as a first light. That kind of that scarf that had the. Honestly, any pattern would work. I just want to see more scarves that are without a hood and without a cape. Because there's only been one in existence for Hunter in Destiny, and that was Destiny 1 of First Light Hunter. And I'd like to see that again, mostly because of the fashionable aspect of it. Because you would not have to worry about a cape or a hood for your fashion. You could just be this with that one dumb helmet. I mean, I call it a dumb helmet. And some people think it looks cool, but honestly, I don't think it's. I've got my own problems with its design. It's got some cool aspects to the design, but other parts of it just really ruin it. Let me I'm gonna bring it up in just a second, because you could add the couture mask, right? And this Guardian would be completely hoodless and capeless. They'd just be with a scarf. But that mask, God, that looks off. That just this part up here, this one fin on top is what's getting me. Otherwise, I might have worn it, but I don't know. Another thing that they could add that might be easier is down here when you're doing this, when you're here, if they put a third option for hood up, hood down, I mean that would probably save it. You wouldn't have to add a single article of clothing, and then people would have the choice of having hood up or down with any hood, because you already have these looks right here where the hood is down, right? And people might just like a cape. Like they might. There might be some capes that people think would only look good without the hood, right? Or people might want to see their helmet and the cape, but not the hood, because maybe the hood clips, or maybe I don't know. I mean, I could even do this, and this would just be the Guardian. No hood, no cape. And you could add that. If you added an option right here that said hood down, right? You could totally do that, and people might like it. They might put it into their fashion, and that would be a simple option. Okay, so it might not be a simple option. It might be a lot of coding, but I think it would work out in the favor of Guardians. I think people would like it, because then they wouldn't have to worry about just having this head. Like, one helmet in the game takes away the hood, and then people do this, and then now they're a hoodless, capeless Hunter, which is obscene for a Hunter to be hood without a hood. But this differentiation is not the only differentiation of a different class, right? There's abilities, there's the certain way that armor looks that people are already used to. You guys don't have to continue having a mark just to help people differentiate in Crucible combat. Like, there's so many aspects of armor that people have already memorized and are used to that they automatically know that's that Guardian. Hell, most of the time people will tell if there is a certain Guardian in the midst of where they are, just by the sound that I've seen people do that, and it's amazing that they know it. Just by the subtle sound of an ability being used in the distance, they are like, okay, a Hunter is that way, a Warlock's that way. I know a Titan is in front of me, because Titans are fucking everywhere. So, just moving forward, Those are some things I would like to see. I'd also, because because this still hasn't been brought up, and I'm hoping just either sometime between now and the next Halloween, or at the next Halloween. You guys could do it honestly at any point, but it's non-universal. Where is it? It's not there. Where did it go? Miscellaneous? Okay, it's the only thing in miscellaneous other than they're collectibles now? That's interesting. But, like, all of these ornaments that could be universal ornaments that people might like to use on the Guardian at all times without massively tearing their light apart, like their light level apart. Like, people might want to go into a raid, guns blazing, as a complete fire team of chicken people. Like, they might want to do that. I know I've had a few times that I've used this Mithrax helmet. By the way, don't change this ever, because I love this helmet. Because it's the most form-fitting, as well as there have been times where during Halloween, or just, like, casually playing Destiny, that I've put together this with a bunch of different other armors that I've saved with universal ornaments, and it's a whole costume that makes me look like a Fallen without the extra 2 arms. And I have fun with it, and I go around and I'm like, hey, sup, I'm the Fallen. I'm here to help. I'm your Lixney pal. Let's get down to business. I'm the only Lixney with light. You want to see something cool? Ba-dum! That guy's dead. I just shot him with a golden gun. No, I did Patone, so that was like, I just shot him with a void bow. Didn't see that coming, right? I don't know. That's one thing, and then... Is this a finisher? Oh, this is a finisher. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of interesting. You blow a moth forward. I thought it was an emote of crushing a moth, but it's a finisher. That's cool. It's weird. I thought Amethyst Bloom already existed. Okay. So those are some things that I'd like to see going forward. Another thing would have been, give us a little more of a moral choice. I know it would be a little more work. Actually, sorry, I know it'll be a lot more work, and I know it'll be extra storage on your downloads for like what you're capable of putting into an update or a DLC, but just having the choice to do a pacifist run as well as testing. Like, here's the other thing. You would have had so many YouTubers, probably 3. Okay, you probably would have had 3 YouTubers, unless there are a lot more than I'm realizing. But you would have people taking the chance to tell people about this pacifist run, turning it into a challenge, because for this instance, it would be a challenging thing. Imagine having to kill a Hive Guardian 4 times while in an encounter, and you've got 3 of them around you, but killing them 4 times, their ghost just up and leaves. Like, it's like, okay, we've tried. I'm rage quitting. Bye-bye. And it just leaves. Like, that would have been a really cool aspect of it. People would have made references to this being like Crucible, where people are fucking... They would have joked around about, okay, let's make these Hive rage quit. Like, that would have been fun. And you would have so many YouTubers going like, okay, I'm trying the pacifist run challenge of Destiny 2 Witch Queen. Here we go. and they would have like had YouTube videos upon YouTube videos, as well as the added lore of. You could have even added a whole book about how your guardian doing the like. You could have added an Easter egg, and of finishing this challenge, as well as it could have been Triumph, of doing it as a pacifist. You could have had an entire lore book about the strain on your guardian's kind of moral dilemma about should they crush these hive ghosts, and it could have been an entire book of your guardian going through this process, because not just you as a player, but if you're making these decisions for your guardian is going and doing them, and you're putting your guardian through this, it would have been a fun kind of Easter egg where you're getting to see their experience from your choices. So having like a whole written lore book about how your guardian is trying so hard to stick with their moral code, but every time they get hit by the light of a hive guardian, every time they take those blows, every time they have to kill it over and over again until it finally leaves, it pushes them to the brink with anger. They see red. They're getting closer and closer. Their hand almost grasping around the ghost, but they throw it away and they tell it to just up and run. Get out of here. Go. And it leaves. It could have just been this whole book about the instances of this guardian going through the motions. And it doesn't even have to be our guardian. It could have told a story about this one guardian that that could not crush a ghost. You could have just told this entire story. You could have made a character that maybe people would have been interested in meeting in the future, because people were interested in meeting the hidden and seeing what they looked like, and all of a sudden you've got the hidden in this season, in this new DLC, in this campaign. It brought interest to people that like the lore, because I know a lot of people do. I mean, there are entire YouTube channels that are dedicated to the lore of this game, and there are thousands upon thousands, probably I think over 1 million on Bifes. I'd have to check, but like so many people that are just so invested in this lore, and to take that opportunity of having a choice and adding our own interpretation of what's going on, just feeling like we're a part of the lore, finally, just to make that choice would have been so fulfilling for a player. Because there was another time that we as guardians, we made a choice, and that might be leading up to this, like the choice that we made a whole long time ago. Maybe a lot of people picked the Drifter instead of Zavala, right? And then that leads up to this, to where we're capable in our mindset to crush a ghost because we went with the Drifter. And maybe that's the choice, but we don't know that. It's been so long since the season after the last since the season after Forsaken, that it's just, we wouldn't know that if that was the case. But I also, considering all of the lore leading up to this moment, everything leading up to this, to us crushing a ghost, the fact that we didn't get a choice, it's disappointing and it's heartbreaking. Because the one thing that we could have done in this game that could have been a major choice, that could have made us feel like a real part of this world, was taken away from us. I'm not saying that this whole DLC is unmade by that one choice. I mean, this entire DLC is such a beautifully done project. Everybody over at Bungie, you guys did a phenomenal job. This overreached on the expectations that we had for Witch Queen being better or up there with Taken King. Just like, honestly, it could be side by side or it could be above. In my opinion, I played a good bit of the Taken King, and I mean, I could see why people were impressed, but I was, you know, kind of not as interested. Excuse me. Not as interested in it as a Destiny 2 campaign. And then seeing this campaign, playing through it, it has been the best campaign that you guys have done since Destiny 1. Since even the Red War. The Red War was such a good campaign. And I miss it. I miss the being able to play it over again. I miss it, man. I wish that we could play. Another thing is, I wish that we could play missions over again without having to like make a new light. I liked the meditation sessions that we could have to where we replay a mission, but I liked the aspect of Destiny 1, whereas this entire map, this entire narrative map leading through the missions, right? And you get to play the whole campaign over again at a different light level, and within your own style that you would like to see your character in those beautifully done cutscenes. And this campaign, Witch Queen, it has been a blast playing. I love it. I love what you guys have done with it. It's honestly, gameplay-wise, it is so entertaining to play. I love it. The only issues I have are with a few parts of the lore, but everything else has been so deep and so cool. I love the fact that the Traveler gave Savathun the light because she showed qualities of Guardian. I love the fact that we have to have these moral dilemmas of crushing a ghost. I love what you guys have done with this narrative. I love what you guys have done. The problems that I've stated are just because I feel like it could have been done a little bit better in those areas, but everything else, man, I'm in love with this. I want to see where this goes, and I am hoping it goes in the best direction possible. You guys have done an amazing job. I want to thank you guys over at Bungie for all of your hard work that you guys did in putting together this game. You guys are amazing. And I honestly think the work that you guys do in the design, in the story, in just like what we're able to do, what we're capable of doing, all of the creative weapons that you do, all of the creative abilities, the fact that you're even updating these abilities, like even now, you guys are amazing. This is one of the best games out there because it just has so much to it. It is definitely the most complex long-term game that has ever been made and will ever be played. It is just so awesome. It is just, you guys have outdone yourself, to be honest. You guys have really made, you guys have outdone a lot of people, a lot of games. I want to thank you guys for bringing this to the world, to creating such a cool community. And yeah, you guys deserve all the best over at Bungie, all the best on the Destiny 2 team. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys like or are entertained by my point of view, by my opinions of this game. Moving forward, I hope this game and through others and experience all of this with me, because I'm having a lot of fun. Honestly, getting on YouTube, commentating bringing you guys my ideas, my opinions, just bringing you guys this content even. It's such a journey, and I love doing it, and I really hope that in the future I can do it more often for you guys, because it's a lot of fun. Anyways, all that aside, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to, but your viewership is, honestly, it would be the best thing, to just see you guys watching and liking my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. You guys have a good night.